Welcome, Screaming Eagles fans. This is Coach Sean Liotta, the coach of the fans, and we're proud to bring you our next round of coaching interviews for your Salt Lake Screaming Eagles. Today joining me, I have Ray Austin, one of the co-founders of Franchise, and Pedro Arnau, who is the winner of our Battle of the Fans, and he's going to be bringing our candidates direct questions from our fans. We're joined right now by Coach Alvance Robinson. Welcome, Coach.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Hello, Screaming Eagle fans. Hello, Ray. Hey, how you guys doing?
Good,
hey,
man.
Pedro.
Good seeing you again, Coach.
Hey, nice seeing you guys. Nice being here with you guys.
Well, Coach, we're glad you're back with us in this process. I just want to give you an idea of how the interview format will go. You're going to have about 10 questions. You're going to have about 40 minutes to answer those 10 questions. You're going to have some X and O questions, and then, as we said, you're going to have some questions directly from our fans, which is what this is all about, because ultimately it will be the fans selecting the head coach of the Screaming Eagles. So I'm going to get right into it, Coach. My first question to you would be, take me through a typical Tuesday practice after a Saturday game, and kind of take me period by period how you'd structure that practice session.
A typical Tuesday practice after a game, we would come in, we would assess, we would come in early before practice, we would watch the game film from the previous day. We would already have graded it as a staff. We will have the defense come in and watch that film while the offense is lifting weights. We will watch that as a staff. Not as a staff, but as a team. We will grade that as a unit on the defensive side. After that, we would go ahead and start practice. We would warm up. We get out there. Some guys like to have pre-practice. We'll warm up pre-practice. After we get done warming up and stretching, we'll go to our run screen period. After we get done with our run screen period, we will start our individual period. After we get done with our individual period, we'll go into 3-on-3, or some call it pass skelly, with our guys. We'll get done with pass skelly, head into team. That's with everybody, the linemen, with the linemen and the whole team as well. We'll get into the team period. After we get done with our team period, we'll work on our special teams for the day. And depending on how we do with our special teams period, that'll determine the conditioning as well and the overall tempo through practice, because we're a high-tempo team, or that's how I would coach, to be a high-energetic, high-tempo team. And I left one thing out. Before that special teams period ends, after that team, we would do situational. We would go through situational, whether it's a 1 minute drill, where we're down by 6, backed up on the -5, having to drive 35, 45 yards to score, and kick a field goal. So we'll go over these situations and then head on into special teams, and then our conditioning at the end of practice. And then after practice, the offense will go in and watch the game film, and we'll grade ourselves on that as well while the defense lifts. And then we'll start getting prepared, start watching game film, headed into our opponent the next week.
Okay, Coach, I have one more X and O type question for you. I know you've been on the receiving end of a lot of these, and and a lot of these in Salt Lake City, Utah. So the situation is the ball is on the +12, okay, and there are 3 seconds left on the clock, and we are down by 5. So we've got to get the ball into the end zone. Diagram for me the pass play that you would run in that situation to get us into the end zone from the +12 with basically no time left on the clock. You have a chance at one play. The field goal is not going to help us. We need to put the ball into the end zone.
So do you need me to go on the whiteboard?
If you could, yep, that would be ideal.
Sure. Turn you guys over here. I'll give you a play that we ran. Can you guys see that whiteboard? I'm sorry. Can you see it? Okay. I'll give you guys a play that we ran in 2011. Utah Blaze. We played the Georgia Force in Atlanta, Georgia, down in Georgia. Down by, I believe, 6 points. we took a knee, which was absolutely crazy, for 3 straight downs, and we were on the, I think, 14-yard line. We needed one play to tie the game and kick the extra point to win. And this is one of my favorite plays to run. So we'll start out with a, I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that. I draw it a little bigger. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Trips formation. So we have our Q under center. We have our back offset slightly to the right. We have our H. We have our wing, and we have our S. So we run double post scheme. Everybody knows that. We run a lot of tags off our double post scheme. So we have 2 people in motion here. We can bring the H, have him run a short post behind the linebacker, and if they have a free safety back deep, you distract him. So depending on how they play, if that free safety play over and that backer is low, either he come flat or he could break kind of high. Our wing is in wing back motion, comes up, lines this guy up, because in arena football and the indoor game, you always have to line your DBs up. They're always taught to take away the inside leverage. So you have to line him up. Come in, stick hard to the post. Hard. When I say hard, stick it. Bam, hard. Get inside like you're running the post. Corner is already playing inside leverage. He has no choice but to break. As soon as he breaks hard, you sell it, 3 good steps. Bam, jab back out. The S job here is to take off vertically. Get into that end zone and run that back wall. The DB, he's going to be with it. He's going to have to turn and run with it, because if he doesn't, that's a free shot to the back end of the end zone for a touchdown. If he happens to lag off and try to cheat on that whip route, that jab route, touchdown. But this is our main read here. Jab out, him going this way, 5-step drop, timing route, bam, touchdown. Make sure he get in that end zone. Normally.
So who is the quarterback reading on this play? Who's the quarterback main read?
The wing. He has the big post. So
on defense.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. On defense, 9 times out of 10, they probably run either man or they might run cover 4 scheme here, in which cover 4 essentially turns the man when somebody comes to their zone, right? So if the DB is playing right here and he's dropping back to his zone, you have the free here. The free is going to go probably 9 times out of 10, because he's either going to go with him, because the corner is back here dropping deep as well. So if he takes these 2 right here, quarterback is reading where this free safety is going. That free safety goes, and he gets and split these guys in the middle. He's taught to sit right here. Bam, nail him for a touchdown here. If he gets the whip back out, and this corner or safety as well, this is the middle man, the safety drives back down here, he's actually looking for him in the back of the end zone. That's why this guy is so important, and don't give up, you know. And, I caught game-winning touchdown against Cleveland Gladiators working that back wall in overtime in 2012.
And you're basically saying that wing, that slot he's driving for that free safety. That wing is going, his route is directed to that free safety, basically kind of giving that quarterback that window.
Correct.
For that back-end throw.
Yeah. Soon as he breaks off of this safety right here, he's headed towards the free safety. Free safety got to make a choice. Free safety, we sent him early so he could already distract his free safety. So he's going to go. That's just say he's going to drop back. Or that's what we're banking on here. And so as soon as he drop back, he finds that window, which is this hole right here. Sit, bam, time and throw. If not,
are we looking at it as a cover 3? It's somewhat of a zone, of course, but a 3-deep zone.
Basically 2 across, 4 across, maybe.
4 across, like a quarters.
Yeah, quarters. Cover 4 quarters. Yeah. Sorry.
So you're trying to occupy potentially 2 defenders, coach, with that guy running that short
Yeah.
post across the field, right?
Yes, sir. That's why we're sending him right now.
And you're hoping to open that up with that little post return route there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good.
All right. And so let's stick in the on the board for this next question. You can go ahead and raise that, Coach. Let's do a 2x2, and how would you attack 2x2 defensively? It doesn't matter what the downage, but just how would you attack a defense 2x2?
2x2 defensively, or 2x2 offensively. How I would attack defense? Pretty simple. You don't have to get exotic or anything too much. You can just run simple or your base plays. Are you guys familiar with smash concepts like cell?
Yeah. We are. Let's explain it to the fans that might not know.
Okay, a smash concept is this: is you have one guy. You have the inside guy, which is the number 2 receiver. Sorry, he's running the corner route or cell route at like 10 yards, and the outside guy, which would be the number 1 receiver, he can run a jab, which is take 3 steps in, whip back out. He could just stay, on the line to distract the corner over him to keep him low, while the corner is running his corner and getting open on his guy, or he could run a delayed slant. You can have that built in where it's an option route. It depends on whatever they're running. So if they're running sky coverage, for instance, where they have the safety down, which is the middle DB, and the front side guy, he had the number 1 receiver. He has option to run a slant or stay outside. 9 times out of 10 he's gonna stay outside because you have a guy right there in your way.
Show it to me, Coach.
Gotcha. You can run it from gun or under center. I like a lot of stuff under center for timing purposes, but I know in the IFL how big zone read is, the running game. So, we'll add a lot of shotgun things as well, so we won't just look like we're running zone read every time we're out in shotgun. So you can have both of these guys in motion because you can have 2 people in motion in the IFL. Sail route at 10. Sail route at 10. He can sit out here to distract this DB. He can sit out here to distract this DB. If he stays out here, delay slant. If he stays out here or just backs out, you can run delay slant. If nobody is right here occupying this zone. Mm-hmm. So that's what I kind of mean when I say an option or a read route. So if it's somebody occupying this zone or somebody occupying this zone, just sit out here on the wall, because if he backs out, get down. Yardage is essential here. Same thing is here. If he backs out, somebody in this zone, bang it out here quick. If he drops back and takes this other way, get what you can get. Now, if the corner if they're in like a cover 2 scheme here, mm-hmm. If they're in the cover 2 scheme here with, the safeties getting off the hash and he's getting off a little bit, and these corners are playing hard down, just watch your H and your R. Come and hit that sail route. As soon as they get in, you see that corner playing down. Now, this is kind of how you can tell when you're going to hit that sail route. Now, if the corner's shoulders is square, and my guy, by the time he gets to 10 yards and stick, it's timing. As soon as you hit that 3rd step, let it go. There's nothing he can do about it unless he somehow magically undercuts it and pick it off. That's an automatic catch each time.
Well, in this route pattern and this coverage, who is the quarterback reading? Who is the quarterback and in that smash route and that coverage over there? Who is the quarterback reading to make that play?
Front side corner. Like I said, if he's down, his shoulders are square. Now if you got a real good corner, they try to bait you. You know, sometimes they bait you. You know, they're able to come down. As soon as he hit that line, he turn and run, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's down, and by the time the motion man hit the line of scrimmage and his shoulders is still square, he's reading that front side. He's banking on this guy to get where he need to go and make that throw and make that catch. You know, now if he's off a little bit and he has his shoulders turned, there's no reason you should make this throw because he's already in position to just turn and go pick it off. You know, go rob it. That's what he's for. You know. So this is who he's reading. He's reading the corners.
I'm just curious what that corners read on that H, or on what is the corner reading in that coverage. When a corner's line up strong side, what would he be reading that coverage? Now reverse it is basically what I'm saying.
Now the corners, they depend on whatever coverage they run.
Right, I'm saying cover 2.
Okay, and cover 2 here is just in cover 2. This is his zone right here. So if
which is that? What zone is that, Coach?
Sorry, this is cover 2. Sorry, right side, strong side.
Right. What zone is that corner in?
Oh, he's in cover 2. Sorry. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. So is he in halves, curls? Where is he at?
He's in the flats. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the flats. He's down. He's playing down hard. So if he's down hard and he's in the flats, he's reading this guy here. This is who he's focused on right here because he's in his zone, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Unless he floats away somehow. You know, if he just automatically runs a slant, he's in cover 2, there's no need to follow him. But if he has this wall route right here, he's going to stay down. So this is who his read is right here in cover 2 because he's in his zone. Kind of like what you asked me.
Okay. All right. Now let's switch this to let's just say we get a motions 3x1 to trips. What would change defensively would you stay in the same defense or would you adjust? What would you adjust to if we got the R to come over to make a 3x1?
Well, me personally, I like to play man, but I like to switch it up as well. You know, down in the red zone, you know, I like up close, I like man, I like playing up tight. In the field, I like to switch it up, you know, play a little zone, play a little man. I would play a match zone, which probably is 1 time out of 10 to the corner, maybe for me. That way, guys don't get confused. Because when guys mostly run the field, sometimes having young players, switching zones and all that stuff, sometimes players get lost. So I would keep it simple and get into essentially turn the man when they get to the zone. So if we had rest this. We had H here, you had your SIY, you had your R, you got him motion, you got him coming around motion. I have them on different levels so they don't get picked in as well. So I have my corner, my front side corner down a little bit. I have my safety down a little bit, and I have my free kind of roaming in the middle of the field here. Hopefully one of these guys can shoot out here. If one guy comes through into his zone, you take him. This guy, he's running into his zone, you take him. And the corner taking whatever he is from side. Now, if somebody shoots out to the flat, and somebody's crossing, corner just stay here, pick up whoever shoots to the flat, and let it come across. There's some communication coming in there. You know, these guys are communicate. You know, the corner's yelling cross. Yelling out. This is going to switch and pick up guys who are coming in their zone. Turn the man.
How about your linebacker, Coach? What are you going to do with that linebacker?
My backer, I was on the blitz team in the IFL. Sometimes I'm seeing guys sit back and they're giving the quarterback too much time to throw. So I have throughout my end, my nose, and my end. So obviously the end, I have my end outside rush. I have this nose covering the strong side A gap. In outside rush, and I send my Mac down the weak side A gap, coming to put pressure on the quarterback.
You do that? Would you do that in shot and underneath the center?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Would you do that underneath if it was underneath the center or shotgun? You'd still run that same defense?
Yeah, it depends on how much pressure we're getting throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, definitely if they're in the center because they got to drop back. You know,
Of course,
and
right.
some of these teams have smaller backs, and my Mac, you know, he'll be good size. You know, hopefully he'll wear that back down as the game goes. And pressure. And if they have like a running quarterback or a streaming quarterback, just like most NFL teams have, I may spy this in right here. You know, I have him take 2 steps upfield, and then, you know, he'll drop a little bit because you can drop the end. So I have him, you know, spying the quarterback just in case, you know, he somehow slip out of the pocket or anything. So I try to protect myself, you know, like that.
Okay. Go ahead and race that, Coach. As I'll give you the next scenario. It is it's 4 seconds left in the game. We're down 1 point, and the fans decide to run a 2-point conversion. What play do you have in your arsenal for a 2-point conversion? Draw it up for me.
Gotcha. 2-point conversion. Two-point conversion play. I call this an Avenger route here. I'll have 2. I'll show you guys once I draw it up. Two-point conversion play here. I have, it don't matter. I can put one guy in motion, doesn't matter. So I have my S. You know, choose to split down a little bit here instead of being out so wide. Normally his split is outside, you know, about 2 yards from the wall. I have my H. He can line up on the left side, the weak side of the formation, or the short side of the field, sorry. Or he can line up outside the S. It doesn't matter. I have him loop around in motion. What yard line we on?
The 3. We're going for 2.
Okay, 3-yard line here.
Yep.
I have him run what I call an Avenger route. He'll run a sail route because sail route is one of the biggest routes in the indoor game. And once he sticks to the sail route, DB's breaking on that route. I have him break, run a comeback, right back down to this pylon, right on the wall. He's coming down, banging that wall, catching right on the wall for the 2. It's almost an unstoppable route. I've caught probably 4 2-point conversions on this route in my career. I haven't seen it stop yet, personally. That's what I would do. If somehow he jumps that isn't open, I have my S running a drag across the field. He's running, coming across the field, getting to this front pylon right here. Hopefully the defensive back who's chasing him through all this garbage get lost. If not, he's coming back to that front pylon, running straight 100 miles an hour to that wall. And it's almost an unstoppable route as well. I've caught about probably 6 of those as well, 2-point conversions. Somehow, if these 2 routes aren't open, my wing is in motion or stationary. Again, he's working that back wall because he's the last read. The first read is the Avenger route right here. Second read is the drag. Third route is the guy working the back end wall. You know, you have walls back here in the arena of football. This route right here is not a give-up route. You keep working. Somehow you get back here and work the back of that end zone. If these 2 aren't open, you still running. Somehow you come in the picture. We could throw it up. You know, if it's a big guy, catch it. Or if he's wide open, catch it anywhere. Touchdown.
The fact that you have a running back, I'm sorry, can you hear me? Yeah. The fact that you have the running back going for extra protection in the red zone and you have 3 receivers, you're actually adding an additional defensive player in the backfield, in the back for defense. How do you adjust to that?
Well, I could adjust to it if I don't run that play Or are you saying run a whole different player? Or are you talking about
I'm actually just looking for your adjustment from as if I'm on the opposite end of this on the defensive side, and I now see that if I go man to man, which I probably will in this situation because I'm on in the red zone, then I see that that running back is blocking now that it's full protection and gives you a little bit more time to run, to for the guys to get open. So, but that gives me an additional defensive player that can maybe be a rover or whatever not. So, what is your how do you come back out in the next quarter and defend that again if it happens? Or how do you attack that coming back into the game?
Oh, I send him into a route, to kind of eliminate that. I have him. I said, if they tend to drop or have that extra defender, I'll go ahead and send him out like he's running into a flat route, but I'm not putting him in the flats because I have this adventure route right here. I whip him right back in. I send him in. That should eliminate the extra defender, and he might be open, because as soon as he's heading out, one of the defenders might shoot out, think he's running to the flats, bam, whip back in, wide open space because I got this guy already running through that dirt. Somebody might have blitzed, maybe, or they might have went with this guy. Touchdown. I just send my back out into a route.
I'm gonna change up a little bit, Coach, and then and just ask you, how do you, if you become the coach of the Screaming Eagles, how do you prepare your team for a hostile environment like a Sioux Falls or what are you doing during the week to prepare your team and the fans for a hostile environment?
I like to do stuff a little different. With a place like Sioux Falls, they have great crowd participation, great fans. It's kind of loud in there. I would simulate it through music. I would bring a stereo system to practice. I would try to get fans coming to practice to kind of try to simulate it, talking a little trash. I have loud music playing so guys don't get distracted, heading in. We could prepare throughout the week for these hostile situations with loud music, hearing plays. Even the kicker as well, we're going through extra point, PAT, field goal. I have the team, hanging around him, screaming and yelling just in case we might need to kick a field goal to win the game. I'll try to stimulate the fans as much as possible in the loud music that's in the arena throughout the week. And, I'll kind of offset it trying to play loud music, or anything,
Okay, Coach, well, now we're going to turn it over to Pedro Arnau, who's going to give you the questions directly from our fans.
Hello, Coach. Pedro here from Mexico City, speaking on behalf of the fans. How are you?
I'm good, Pedro. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. So one of the challenges I think most fans are wondering is the fact of having a new expansion team. What challenges do you think we will face as a new expansion team, and how will you face them?
The problems that I think that we will face having a new expansion team is getting players who want to come out and play for an expansion team. And, most of it, because I actually played on the expansion team myself, and we had a lot of rookies, and, we kind of struggled a little bit. So what I would do is I would utilize my resources, guys I know who play behind the league. I might get, or what I'm going to try to do is try to get a player each position, go out and recruit, some young guys to come in, and the veterans that's in each position, quarterback, one in the offensive line, one maybe one back, one DB. For the young guys that we have, they will be able to teach these guys, how to play arena as much as the coaching staff. So I think recruiting guys out to play on the expansion team would be tough. It's very doable.
As you know, the Screaming Eagles are going to have a lot of power given to the fans. Does this level of fan engagement scare you as a head coach?
No, because I will be a first-time head coach. One of the advantages of being a first-time head coach is I'm not stuck in my way. So, I know the arena game is fan-friendly. That's for sure. That's why when we score touchdowns, we celebrate, we throw balls into the stands. That's why after the games, we come back out and sign autographs for each fan. It doesn't scare me one bit. Throughout the week, I would try to engage with the fans as much as possible with the game plan. As much as I can expose, I'll let them know what I'm doing in certain situations. I'll invite fans out to practice to see what we're doing every day, heading into the week, so they can have some input on their own, I don't post as much and keep them in the loop with who's dressing that week, what kind of coverages teams is running, the personnel as well of other teams. And, I don't think it'll be a problem for me at all.
Right. So how about the way you act around your players? Tell me something that you will not allow to happen in the locker room.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that one?
Something that you will not allow to happen in the locker room.
Oh, no, we can't steal from each other. We don't fight one another. I don't allow stealing or bickering or fighting or anything like that, because the best teams that I've been on, been the closest group of guys as possible. As players, these are your brothers. This who you sweat, blood, and tears. We go through training camps, training with them the whole off season. I won't have any fighting in the locker room that will cause division amongst the team, nor the coaching staff, nor the front office or the organization.
So how about you? You as a human being, who would you say your role model is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Your role model, someone that you look up to.
My role model is my mother.
So why is that?
Well, my mom, she was a single parent. Well, she was a single parent. She had 4 boys, and she raised them on her own. She didn't depend on any system or anything. My mom did construction. My mom was a nurse's aide. My mom worked in mental health facilities. She ended up injuring her back real bad with a pinched nerve in her neck, and she didn't want to just lay down. My mom went back to school, got her associate's degree in accounting, and she became an account adjuster for GE, General Electric, and Bank of America. And, she worked throughout. And, by the time I came up playing football and I was able to earn, enough money to take care of my mom, I ended up getting my mom a new house because the way she took care of me and my 3 brothers. She had 4 boys. That is not easy to take care of 4 boys.
I think that it's so interesting that all the players, coaches of all of us, that we're these big monsters, and we get a lot of that passion and that strength from our mothers. So I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, I love my mom and dad.
So tell me, Coach, on the field, who do you'd say you've been modeling your coaching after?
Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I had a chance. Well, before I met Mike Tomlin, I was a fan because he was a guy that I really didn't know in the NFL as a defensive coordinator or defensive backs coach with the Minnesota Vikings. And when he had the opportunity to go to a great organization like the Pittsburgh Steelers, who had won 4 Super Bowls before he arrived, nobody really knew who he was. And when he arrived to that team, it's just his character. And I had the pleasure of meeting him. How you see him on TV is how he is in real life. He was a new face at the time that the NFL needed. Pittsburgh weren't scared to hire him. And when they hired him, I don't think they knew that he was going to win them 2 Super Bowls, but he sure did. And, that's the kind of a coach I want to be, just like Mike Tomlin. He's a player's coach. He's a player's coach. The front office loves him. He's great to his staff. And that's the type of coach I want to model myself after.
So imagine yourself, you've got the team, you've got the players, you've got the fans. What will you do before a big game to calm down those nerves?
Before a big game, I think every game is a big game. But, I believe in, doing some sort of team activity, maybe have a movie night, or maybe go have a competition, maybe like team bowling or something like that. Nothing that we can do, because we need all the players heading into the big game. But, maybe go take them bowling or something like that, and let's see who the best bowler is on the team.
Well, Nice hearing from you, Coach. I'm guessing all the fans around the world are glad to hear your answers.
Thank you. Thank you, fans, for submitting those questions.
Well, Coach, I'm going to let you finish this out. I want you to sincerely say whatever you want, and let people know about what you think about the opportunity to coach for the Screaming Eagles, and really just let them get to know you. So the floor is yours.
I'm Alvance Robinson. Some of you guys may know me. I dedicated 2 years of my life out there in Salt Lake City. Love the community. Played for a great organization with the Utah Blaze. I have a lot of ties still out there. I have some close friends that are out there still. Put together, or still in the process of putting together a coaching staff. I have some guys out there that a lot of you guys familiar with that's ready to rock with me. I got some players that I've already recruited that's ready to come out and rock with me as well, and our coaching staff and the front office guys there. I can't express how much I would appreciate this opportunity to become the head coach, how much I would cherish it. I've been giving my all to it. The last 3-4 weeks, I've been pulling double duty. Some of you guys don't know that I'm the current college wide receivers coach for Marietta College. Definitely, will leave my job to take the reins of Salt Lake Screaming head job. I love that community out there. I don't think you guys regret it. It's a new team. They need a new vibe, need a new face. I'm ready for it. I put together, some things on offense, defensively as well, that I think that we could be successful with. I will utilize every last resource I have in Salt Lake City to get our local talent there to want to stay and play for the Salt Lake Eagles. I'll bring in some outsiders, that have been successful other places or new and hungry, ready to come in and be successful and put together a championship team. It's always about winning the championship every single year, every single game you step on the field. It's about winning. I will put together a great game plan throughout the week. I will put together a pretty good in-season program to monitor the players and taking care of their bodies and things to that nature. I'll work diligently with the owners, the front office, especially you guys, the fans, to make sure we have the best product on the field and the best game plans and the best situations to win. I'll be out in the community. I'll be on every media. I'll be in the newspaper. I'll be in front of the TV screen. Trying to pump this organization, get our players some notoriety, the fans some notoriety. We'll be in communities. I've already had some friends asking me once I get the job, hopefully get the job, to come out to the school or their community projects. I'm committed to those. I don't have any problems doing that. I did that a lot in Salt Lake City for 2 years. With the Stay Active, Stay Strong program we did out there for 2 years. I just be so humble and grateful. I'm actually grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for the fans who reached out, the players, Mr. Austin Pedro, Mr. Liata. I am so grateful that these guys even considered me as a candidate. I'm highly confident in myself in an arrogant way that I could get the job done. And, I'd be so thankful, man. And I can only thank God for this opportunity and, just for you guys even putting me in this position to be the head coach. I've been working double duty. I've recruited great hard. Recruited some great guys here to Marietta College. It'll suck leaving them, but it'll be for a great opportunity and a great thing that's out there. If I didn't believe in it, I would have never put my name in that hat. I 100% believe in it. I 100% believe in the fans being involved. And, hopefully I'll be out there very, very, very soon. Some guys is ready to rock with me. You guys know these people. So, they play, some of them played in that AFL and were some former stars as well. So, and some IFL teams as well. And we want to take down the reigning 6-time champion Sioux Falls. So that's who we want to take down, man.
Okay, Coach. On behalf of our entire team at Project Franchise and the Salt Lake Screaming Eagles, we want to thank you for being a part of this process. We certainly enjoyed your interview today. For any fans that want to vote for Coach Alvance Robinson, you'll be able to do that tomorrow, starting on the SaltLakeScreamingEagles.com website, and you'll actually be able to go on there and review all of Coach Robinson's information, his resume, his previous interview video along with this video, and we look forward to all the fans logging on and voting. And again, thanks a lot, Coach. Thought you did a great job, and certainly we wish you best of luck in this process.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Major. Thank you, Mr. Austin. I really appreciate it. Thank you, fans. Thank you, fans. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Coach, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.